And we're in range to attack Karag peaks, so let's just go and do that. We will get our good friend Serco to follow us along. That should make things much easier. So we're going to be moving on with Durthu. Currently he's just hanging out inside of Death Pass in that province because we're waiting to use him to take on Gormrund Ranulfsson here and wipe him out for good. I think most of the stuff was done for this turn. We do need to do the battle for Karag Peaks, so we'll get this done as a starter. Let's quick save it and fight this one on the battle map. Now with the Wood Elves, it's actually going to be quite like this a lot, in a sense that the auto-resolve bar will never really be in our favour, but if we jump into the battle ourselves, I reckon we will be able to win. So after we've dealt with Karag Azul and also Clan Angrand, we will be moving on to the undead, probably south of us first, and then I'll probably, start pushing back up north and so on. Because I want to kind of secure one flank before attacking another. Our reinforcements are coming in on the right, so I'm actually going to move all my army over here. May as well have them as far forward as I can, so that I can just run them to the walls as quickly as possible. I might keep these guys relatively tight in their ranks. We'll have the Wild Riders at the back. The Treekin can sort of just spread out. And we'll have these two units over here as well. Let's gamble for more wins because we only have 5. And we will start the deployment. Okay, start battle. Good stuff. So the first things first is getting the Blade Guard into range, so we'll do that. Then it's just a matter of getting these chaps onto the walls. And we'll have these guys go knock on the gate with Stressleith here. And we'll have the Waystalker sit with our archers. And reinforcements should come in. And we'll have them join us as well. We've got Serco, Stressleith's buddy, coming to help him out. Serco's army is not very big actually. But he does have 3 Treekin and 3 Dryads that he's bringing with him, so we'll start to move those up and we can watch our glorious Blade Guard fire away. Cake those walls in arrows. It does look glorious. We should be able to take out the Thunderers there. Our Dryads should start wrecking these Quarrelers. I find it funny how like the arrows look like they explode, like they're incendiary. There's always something funny about like the Wood Elves and their archers. We should be able to beat miners with our Dryads if we just have a look at how good they are. They are on 46 melee attack and 39 melee defense, which is actually pretty damn strong, honestly. They have a cannon. They have grudge thrower. Okay. Or at least we're up on the walls here. We should probably try and heal some of these up, actually. Just because I don't want those Dryads to completely be wrecked. And we also have access to the Awakening of the Wood, so we'll try and make use of that where we can. We've got to find a good concentration. But time to break on through. I guess the concentration will probably be near the gate. I don't know. Either way, looks like our archers are still doing a half decent job here. We're getting hit pretty hard by the towers. So what I'm going to do, we're going to move forwards a little bit here. I'm going to get these dryads to maybe flood through the gates with the rest of my units here. All these ones up on the walls can start smashing into the quarrelers. Also miners up there as well. The only issue with this is a lot of them are firing at the Thane at the moment, which isn't probably the best use of my archers. Right, let's get some of the magic down since they are starting to bunch up. We'll get some healing down onto these dryads. Now the gates are open actually, we can probably bring forwards our wild riders, but not too much point in doing so. Gotta keep the pressure on here. Thane is dying, but not getting hit by many of the arrows. Maybe I can just, you know, do the normal thing that I do and get the Glade Guard start climbing the wall on the left side there. It seems we've broken through the gates and started to get out a little, which is good. We've started to make the units on the walls route as well, which is helpful. I'm going to have my Waystalker come up, and I am going to start moving forwards my Wild Riders. Right, these Dryads may as well start heading towards the centre square so that we can take care of this artillery sooner than later. And we will of course use some more magic on this engagement by the gate. I think that did quite a bit of damage. May as well pop the Sword of Anti-Heroes. We've got two Sword of Anti-Heroes here actually, which is quite funny. Use the Power Stone. Tree out of nowhere. Alright, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get the Wild Riders through, but we'll try. These Dryads can quite simply just run down the Organ Gun and the Grudge Thrower they have here. I'm going to get these Dryads off the walls and just down to attack those Dwarf Warriors. Master Engineer there, staying with the artillery. Now Dryads should be able to do the job. Thing is, you never feel bad really about losing Dryads because they're trees at the end of the day. They just turn into biomass and get made into more trees again, so you're always reproducing. Now we do have some fire coming in from our Glade Guard here onto the centre engagement, but ideally what I want to do is break through to these Quarrelers and take them out. So you can see we're finally starting to break all the way through. We're actually causing the chain route. And there we go. Lovely stuff. Gonna end the battle there for a decisive victory. Gorgonian there saying Vulcan's insights into the reproduction of trees is glorious. And Avenger saying, then why aren't Dryads cheaper then? Very true. But efficient isn't always cheap. Right, time to raise Karag 8 peaks. And I guess we'll settle it with Circo. Colonize it for 5,000. Very nice. We get occupied Karag 8 peaks, which gives us an extra income from all buildings, 10% faction wide, which is very nice actually. And we'll also get Straslaith pretty much fully replenished in one turn. Very tempted to just continue with the Nature Salve here. But I guess we'll continue with the Swinging Boughs so that we can get to the Howl of the Forest, and that will in general make a lot of our units stronger. Okay, so that's pretty much everything then. Isrot here is very close to attacking Castle Baston, and that's what we're looking to do over here. Because we ended up at war with Paravon, Baston and Castle Carcassonne. I believe I put a war coordination target onto Carcassonne with the Wood Elves, so they've gone and attacked that, I think. Our main provinces are fine because they have crazy garrisons. I'm not worried about that. They might go and take Paravon, but if they do, then we can just destroy that army inside. Because the bad thing about the Bretonnians versus the Wood Elves is that the Wood Elves can just sit their clay guard on the wall and just shoot them to death. Right, Isrot did level up, didn't he? So we can start going for maybe the Forest Roars, just keep upgrading that for now. I would like to get the Hewing Branch and the Skin of the Woods for the extra armor piercing damage and ward save for Treekin units, because 20% ward save on Treekins is just mental. It's so damn good. We do have the research available since we now have a surplus of 2 amber. So we could go for this Scythari or Sathari. I think I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, but either way, that reduces our global recruitment duration by 1 turn, which would be nice. And we have the Hecate, Mistress of Magic, which will give us the 20 Magic Power Reserve, which is very nice as well. But I'm going to save until we have a bit more surplus amber, just because if we lose any settlements and go negative again, it might cause us to struggle. Okay, office slots available. We have Ancient of Thrallok. Who do I want to put there? Leadership aura size is plus 50%. I guess I would just give it to like Isrot, because he's most likely going to be the one who's defending against rebellions. I don't know. Either way, we may as well fill that office slot, and we shall continue on to the next turn. Gorgonian says eventually you need the MDF dryads, they're cheaper than real oak. Poor things, like recycled. Recycled dryads. Dear. And mentioning I have a quest battle to do, that is very true actually. Oh, looks like Bretonnia federated Castle Baston? Or Baston in general? That's fine, we can just kill off Paravon rather than trying to finish off Baston. Might even be able to set up a trade agreement with Bretonnia. Because that's the main reason I attacked Paravon in the first place, was to secure trade. See you later, me. Yeah, we'll have a look at the quest battle. I'll see how Durthu stands with his army, because I'm not entirely sure his army is good enough. He is Durthu though, so we should be okay. So yeah, that was a confederation between Bordello and Bretonnia. Sword of Death. Enemy forces. Just an undead army. They have 2 mortis engines though, and some blood knights. We get 3 amber for doing that. The other reason we need to save up amber as well actually is to get the Oak of Ages upgraded. Okay, so let's have Isratrot head back to Paragon then. And Stralan leveled up. So we'll give him the max out training, which is fine. Then we'll head down to Canelles and take that from Paravon. I guess we'll go and destroy Carcassonne as well if they don't get destroyed by the Wood Elves. And then we can look to confederate both Widrioth and the Wood Elves in the future. Because we can definitely get these Wood Elves, or these confederations. Actually, what I could do is possibly confederate the Wood Elves. And they're currently sieging Castle Carcassonne, so we could take control of that siege and win it, then disband some of their units. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll just let them take it. The Durthu is looking relatively good with his army. Maybe we are okay to go ahead with that quest battle. That might actually be a nice shout, because I know that the Sword of Death is pretty damn badass. This is only the first battle as well. Alright, let's go ahead and teleport. We'll get this done. Cool. Evelyn's going to be reinforcing. It looks like it's going to be relatively easy. Actually, these are just zombies, aren't they? And skeleton warriors. Maybe that's fine after all. Let's go. Yeah, this should be relatively simple. I think I've played this one before. I think it's where there's like some wood elves that are currently being wrecked. And then we have to go save them. Durthu hates undead, that's for sure. We have allies on the right flank. I guess we'll sort of just run forwards. I might just take up the left and we'll run down this side. Get the Wild Riders out to the flanks. Cool. We'll have that as our army there. Branch Wraith and Durthu. Group them all up. Start the battle. Start moving towards the enemy. Group of Glade Guards being overwhelmed by Strigoi Ghoul Kings. I think so. They look like they're being overwhelmed at the moment. Let's make sure these guys aren't skirmishing. Those direwolves are literally getting wrecked. I don't think there is even really the archers. Oh, there's some blood knights though. Do we have any magic we can use? Yeah, some lifeblood would be good. The tree can. I should get all of my archers to target the blood knights there.
Steady! The enemy uses magic.
If we can take out the blood knights, that'd be quite nice, indeed. Go for another earth blood. Just make sure we keep up that healing. And those blood knights should be dead very soon. Yep, they're gone. Okay, cool. Let's get over here and help out our allies. Really insane. I can use the amber from this battle for research. I'm more likely actually to use it for upgrading the oak mages. Shame that the animation lags so much. I swear there's just something wrong with my like 1080 and this game. They just don't like each other or something.
Without delay.
Alright, we're gonna get these wild riders to just slam into the back of these undead. I'm almost in position with our army here actually. That Mortis engine taking a lot of damage. Oh boy, we're hitting like a brick wall there. Get a penumbral pendulum in here. That was pretty mental.
Wild riders.
Get lifeblood down here as well. Nice. So the penumbral pendulum should just annihilate those units. Ooh. Another Mortis engine down. Right, literally waiting for them to disintegrate. There are some reinforcements coming in, but on this side of things, we are okay for now. I don't know why my archers really like focusing enemy leader units. Get Durthu in here. We may as well just get all our Creek and start running forwards and engage. Right, we'll make sure to heal up again if we have any more magic, which we don't, so that's fine. Right, the initial army looks like it's just disintegrated. There we go. Cool. Time to kill the second one. Let's turn around. And prepare ourselves for this one. Probably just going to unlock that group and we will align these manually. Those wild riders are going to have a lot of kills, I can tell you that much. See how much damage we can do with Glade Guards before they even hit our front line. I can quite literally just have all of our units charge forwards and get involved in his melee. That's so awesome. The spell does actually do quite a lot of damage. Piling into them here. Glorious. A couple corpse carts on their way. And they're not going to last too long, I don't think. Might have Durthu just run through and kill it. Although I think one just fell apart or something. Are they like falling through the map? What's going on there? Hello, game. What? Oh my fuck. I swear this game, right, finished my Eye Off campaign and now where are they even going? It's so silly. Oh god. That is some new ass magic that I've never seen before. Okay, finally they are disintegrating. Job done. Wow. Nice broken map there. This quest. That's the first battle done. I believe there's a second battle you have to do with Durthu eventually, which gives you the Sword of Death. We only got 22 losses in our own army though, so not bad at all. And 206 kills for our Branch Wraith with that Penumbral Pendulum.